The modern web is built on three technologies: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Using JavaScript enables you to add interactivity and advanced applications to your websites. In this exercise, we'll show you how to add a simple weight conversion utility to the Transplanet Airlines website. If you want to follow along, please start by opening the file tpa-mars, which can be found in the Chapter 21 folder. To create this weight conversion feature, we will start by adding the required JavaScript code to the head section of the page. With the cursor already positioned after the closing style tag, we will begin by adding the script tag and then identify that we will be using JavaScript as our scripting language. Next, we'll add a HTML comment. This practice stems from the early days of the web, where browser support for JavaScript was not universal. Because of the HTML comment placement, a web browser without JavaScript support would essentially jump over the scripting language code. Whilst HTML comments are no longer essential, many web developers feel it is still a good way to future-proof their pages, just in case as yet unreleased devices that do not support JavaScript appear. Next, we'll add the doing part of the code, the function. Now, we will declare a variable. Variables are used to store information. In this case, we'll use a variable called the earth weight to store the contents of a form field. To tell JavaScript to use the contents of the earth weight field, we will now add the following. Here, we're using the DOM, or Document Object Model, to pinpoint the page element we want to grab our earth weight value from. In this case, we're grabbing it from a text field called earth weight. Once we have this value, we then insert it into our variable called the earth weight. Next, we'll add a little piece of conditional logic. In plain English, this means if the form field earth weight is left blank, then tell the user that they must enter their earth weight in pounds. Next, once the earth weight has been captured, we then use a bit of code that will convert it to the weight on Mars. Here's what that looks like. All we're doing here is taking the contents of the earth weight text field, placing it in a new variable called the Mars weight, and then multiplying that by this value. Once we have the Mars weight calculated, we then use this line of code to display the weight in the form field called Mars weight. To complete the code, we add a closing HTML comment and then close the script tag. Although our JavaScript code has now been successfully created, at present, if we were to test this in the web browser, nothing would happen. The reason for this is that currently we haven't defined how the weight conversion utility should be triggered. To do that, we have to specify something called an event handler, which will then trigger the function we've just created. In this instance, we will trigger our JavaScript code when the user clicks a button. To do this, we add the following to the button element. OnClick is the event. GetMarsWeight is the function. In plain English, this reads, when a user clicks the wait button, carry out the steps in the GetMarsWeight function. Okay, enough theory. Let's see what this looks like in the browser. Here in Firefox, if we just click the button, we're notified that an amount in pounds must be entered. Entering an amount and then pressing the button converts our earth weight to that weight on Mars.